I've been traveling around the world, building my own companies and helping organizations, governments, and entrepreneurs build partnerships. So, I'm not going to walk you guys through the whole presentation. But what I've learned by walking around here today, by understanding quite a bit about the blockchain industry, by being an active investor in crypto, is that not much could be done without right partnerships. How many of you here have invested in any crypto businesses? No? No one? There you go. He's kind of no. Are you guys listening? You guys are good. What about you guys there? You're also listening. Wow, the VIPs are listening. Those guys are at a meeting, but those guys are listening. You guys are also with us? Very, very good. So for me, I'm a really huge fan of strategic partnerships. I've invested in quite a few different startups in the last 10 years. I lived in Russia for many years, then I moved to Singapore for the last few years, and now I found myself in Bali. And in Bali, I connected success to something quite different. Hey guys, if you want to help me with this? No? There you go. I connected success to something quite different. In the past, for me, success meant having money, having a nice suit, having a beautiful, beautiful wife, having 3 awesome kids, having health, and having whatever it is that you guys all want. Today's success to me is nature. Being around nature is extremely important. When I'm in nature, I feel grounded. When I'm in nature, I feel I can connect a lot more. When I'm in nature, I find myself making better investments, better judgments. I find myself being real when I'm connecting with people. I'm not in a big city that's distracting me from adding value to the people that I meet. So, thinking that I was going to be in front of a big audience, I wanted to connect you guys so much today. I'm going to walk you through a few things, and we're going to do a little exercise. Is that cool? You guys want to try an exercise? This guy's giving me a thumbs up. That guy's kind of like nodding. Yeah. If you're interested in a small exercise, stand up. There you go. This guy's still standing with his coffee. It's cool, man. You don't have to stand up if you don't want to. Are you with me, or are you somewhere still last night? You're enjoying the view, man. I know. Listen, come by Bali. I'll take care of you. Yeah, I'll take you. So if you're interested in this small exercise, I'm going to walk you through a couple of formulas and methodologies that work really, really well when it comes to building strategic partnerships, when it comes to merging ecosystems. If you want to raise $10 million in the next 3 months, you don't have to look for investors. You have to look for nice people to build relationships with. You agree? Okay, anybody here looking to raise $10 million in the next 3 months? Come and talk to me. I'll show you very, very simple ways that I do it. Anybody here looking for new friends? Here's a question. New friends, thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty. Few people. Anyone here looking for a wife or a husband? No, everybody's like, no, of course not. Where? So for me, success is really understanding what kind of people you want to have around you. If you want to be healthy, find healthy people around you. If you want to be wealthy, find wealthy people around you. So I want to show you who's around you right now. I'm going to give you 1 minute, exactly 1 minute, to look around you and try to see if in your head only, without saying any words whatsoever, you can compliment 1, 2, or 3 people in your head. Don't say any words. Compliment the guys at the VIPs. See that guy, Evan? Evan, say hi to everyone. He's the kind of guy that you got to compliment. He's a really good guy to know. So just take 1 minute, look around the room, and see if you could see someone that, like, you want to compliment these 2 ladies. Ladies, come closer, come closer. No, I don't bite. This is not a boring talk about crypto or blockchain, I promise. This is the kind of talk where you're going to have men complimenting you. How easy is that? So just take 1 minute right now, and I'll show you why. It really works for government officials. It works. Politicians study this for a living. Yeah? You don't. You've never studied the reason to compliment another human being in your head without saying any words. Check this out, and I'll tell you why it works. Take 1 minute right now, look around the room. Don't just look at the sexy women on my right. Look at everyone around there, even the guys. You could say, wow, nice bald hair, nice suit, nice tie. He's standing with confidence. Interesting guy, I'd like to talk to him. Only in your head. You're not saying any words. And if you want to, this is a COVID-free zone. You could take your mask off for 1 second so people could see your smile. Because you see, that guy is smiling, but I can only see that because his eyes went all like that. You could do that. Okay, it's up to you. 1 minute, you ready for this? Check this out. She's waving at people. Is she waving at the hot guy across the world? Who are you waving at? What's going on? Ah, you're waving at that guy. All right, that's cool. You see, he's getting involved. Come closer, man. Don't be shy. Take 1 minute right now. Yeah, she's joining us. And we need more women. You want to join? If you balance it out a little bit, there's way too much testosterone, like all these guys, serious men, standing like this in front of me like they're going to hit someone. No, 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 open your hands a little bit. Yeah, open your hands. Easier to compliment a person with his hands down on his side. You could put one hand in your pocket like this guy, he's cool. This is cool. Or you could be on your phone posting something on Instagram like this guy right here. It's okay, I know you're posting me, I know you. All right, 1 minute right now. Any compliments in your head to people around you, and I'll show you why that's equal success. Go. Compliment anyone around you in your head. Just look at them. In your head. Don't need to say anything. Don't say anything. Denise, why are you breaking the rules? Whoa, whoa, guys, 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 guys. Don't say a word. Compliment people in your head. In your head. This is telepathy right now. Just in your head. Look around the room. Look behind you. Look at that guy. He's looking at you. Stop looking at me. I know I'm a good-looking guy. It's okay, but I'm married. I'm happily married. She's all good. She's not here right now. Come on, look around. Oh, are we getting hugs? This is nice. Wow, taking it to the next. I just said compliments, no hugs. This is taking it to the next level. This guy is jealous. He's like, shit, I'm in the VIP all by myself. You don't feel like a VIP anymore, huh? Come this way, man. This is where the VIPs are happening. Come on, come, come. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. So tell me something. Oh, that's enough compliments, Sardor. Compliments in your head. He's networking too much. Ladies, come here for a second. Come here. Come, 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 come. Did you compliment anybody in your head? Did you try it? What happened when you complimented someone in your head?
What do you mean, what happened?
What happened? You looked at someone, you complimented them. What happened?
Got a good feeling.
You got a good feeling. What else happened?
I don't know. What's the right answer?
There is no right answer. This is not multiple choice. I'm not going to give you a check or some coins for doing this. When you compliment someone, what else? What else happened? Who else has an answer? She gave a good answer. What's your name? This is Maral. Ooh, nice name. What else happened? You complimented a few people. What happened?
No feeling.
Nothing. We need more exercise. What happened? Come on.
I became curious. What if it's?
You became curious. What else?
Yeah, and it gave me a good feeling. Yeah.
Give you a good feeling. What else? Serious guy in the front. Guys, be careful. Are you single? Ladies, he might be. He is.
I think there was a mutual, I don't know, a mutual amicability between the two of you. You know, about it.
Okay, so suddenly looking at someone and thinking something positive about them somehow creates a connection. Let me tell you how this is going to make you guys money. This is going to help you find relationships. Why this is the #1 way of finding partners. Grab your seats, grab your seats. So for many, many years, I wanted to become a public speaker. Really, when I was young in my teens, I wanted to become a public speaker, and I didn't know how to do that because one thing I knew for sure, I was afraid of public speaking. Who's here afraid of public speaking? Raise your hand. Bullshit. Yeah, 90% of you are afraid of public speaking. It is the #1 fear that human beings have. Who wants to come up front and give a speech right now? Raise your hand. Not all of you. That's not smart. Yeah, this guy, you want to come in? Come inside. Don't worry, not you. I'm talking to him in back of you. Not you. Yeah, he's the VIP. Why are you raising your hand from all the way there? Ladies, if you want to come closer, come closer. I don't bite, I promise. Come, you. I'm talking to you in the back. Yeah, come, come, come. So what I understood is that when I wanted to become a public speaker, everything I had to do was rub shoulders with public speakers. If I wanted to become a millionaire, all I had to do is rub shoulders with millionaires. But there's a formula to rubbing shoulders with the right people. There's a formula to looking through all these amazing people out there and understanding who do I build a relationship with right now in order for me to progress forward. And this is not let me network in order to get value. This is let me network in order to see how I can add value to you. Let me connect with you to learn what you need right now and what value can I offer you. Let me connect with you to understand what your dreams and goals are. So every single one of these people who have made a massive difference in my life, maybe you know one of them or two of them, I don't know. Some really impressive people in the world that have made a massive difference to me. My strategy was, let me connect with them and see how I can add value, which means the first 3 questions I asked them was just to let them speak. It wasn't to see if they can hear me. It wasn't so that they would find out what I do for a living. It's that I would find out what they're doing for a living. I would find out how I could serve them. What could I do for them? What are they doing? But not just what they're doing. Why are they doing what they're doing? When's the last time you asked someone, why are you doing this? Go up to any of those crazy companies out there that are looking to change the world, and if they tell you, yeah, we're currently raising $1 million and looking for some more clients, ask them why. That's one of the greatest questions you can ask people. So what I basically did, I basically understood that success has different levels to different people. Success has you showing off that you're able to achieve something, or success has me getting on a cover of a magazine just because I had a really nice conversation with the editor of a magazine, had no idea who she was, really charmed her, found a way to help her, connected it to 2 guys that evening because I found out she's single, connected her a potential employee for her that she ended up hiring, and at the end of that week she said, wow, you changed my life in one event without knowing who I was. And I continuously do that. I live in Bali right now, and I came to Bali 2 years ago, right before COVID. I went to a friend's event. I spoke to a local Balinese man, really, really beautiful man, simple man, humble man. Talked to him, he's telling me that his village is currently having challenges. You know, when COVID hit, all of the 95% of Bali is all tourism. Everybody suddenly became poor. And I'm talking to this man, and I'm just trying to see if I can help somehow, and I'm listening to him, and he's telling me how, you know, his family is struggling right now, and his village is struggling. In the meantime, I have no idea who he is, but I keep on serving, and I say, you know what, listen, if I could somehow help, I'm really incredible when it comes to masterminds. Let me bring in some maybe foreigners to help with some investments. Maybe we can find in some donation. We ended up setting up a foundation and raising $1 million within a month for his whole village. What I only found out an hour after I spoke to him, that he's one of the leading kings of Bali. A king, an actual king with a big palace and a kingdom, yeah? But I had no idea, and before I found out he's a king, he gave me his WhatsApp number. And when he writes down his name, I'm like, okay, Erawan, very, very nice man. I had no idea. Later on this evening, when they introduced him as the main speaker of the evening, I went to my WhatsApp and I said, King of Bali. Just to make sure that I can keep track of who this man is so I can follow up with him. But when I met him, I had no idea who he was. It wasn't about who he is and what value I can get from him. And what I'm feeling whenever I go to big cities like Dubai, and I've lived in big cities. I've lived in Israel for 10 years, I lived in Canada for 10 years, I lived in England for 10 years, I lived in Russia for 10 years. Then I somehow find myself in Singapore for a few years, and now I'm in Bali. So one of the things I know for certain is that I've studied cultures. And the most beautiful thing to see when you have so many people from so many cultures trying to connect, what they're trying to do is transact. They're trying to find synergies. You're trying to find what's in common with us. Can we do business together? Instead of finding out what values do we share. When you find out what values you share with people, it's a little bit easier to connect with people. So what is really networking? Most people don't really understand. For me, networking is understanding how we could be a tool for other people. Really, what kind of a tool am I? Now, if you actually sit down ever at home and write down this question now, what kind of a tool am I? And start writing down. What are you good at? It's amazing. You could be a tool in Microsoft Excel to an older lady or a young lady who doesn't know how to do it. I like Microsoft Excel, but 6 months ago, I found out that my helper at home in Bali, who cleans my house, I found out she's really good at Microsoft Excel. Helper at home who cleans the house. Now, she's doing all the accounting for our home in Bali. Seriously. Why did I find that? Because I found out that they don't have a computer at home, and I offered to buy a computer for her and her kids. And it was really amazing. And I asked her, what softwares do you want? Well, she says, I'm really good at Microsoft software. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, oh yeah, no, I'm really good at Excel and PowerPoint. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Okay, this is interesting. By doing this, I found out what kind of value she has outside of cleaning the house, outside of being a nanny with the kids. So the question then comes to you, outside of what it says on your business card, what kind of a tool are you? What value do you offer people out there in the world? And when I'm looking at networking in general, guys, tell me where I need to point this one. I'm looking at inspiring people that have made a difference in my life. Now, I'm sure everybody knows Albert Einstein, but most people know him for E equals MC squared. Most people don't know that he said this as a quote. Only a life lived in the service of others is a life worthwhile, and I truly believe that. And I wish that someone out there with blockchain will find a way to measure how valuable we are as human beings so that a teacher can make as much money as a football player. So that a student in school, when they finish school, they don't have a debt, but they get paid to study. Anybody here doing any project of that? Let me know, I'll raise money for you. If you're doing a project that a student gets paid every single year while they are studying, and when they are 18 and graduating, they have $1 million in the account. Then they could choose, am I going to be an employee or am I going to be an entrepreneur? Unfortunately, we got it completely wrong. Why is a teacher making like $15,000 a year? Why are they broke? They're teaching our kids. My kids are still young. How many people have kids here? Nice. My kids are 5, 3, and 1. I want my kids to speak many languages, so they speak 3 languages. But the teachers that come to the house, they ask me to pay them $5 an hour. No, I'm going to pay you $20 an hour. You're teaching my kids. Focus. Focus. You're teaching my kids. It's the future of everything. Why? Because people are not understanding that the value that people actually truly bring to the world is by giving attention to another human being, listening to another human being, teaching something, sharing something. How many people have failed in business here? Yeah, bullshit. Every single one of you has successful failures in business. I have 23 successful failures in businesses that I am very, very proud of. From mobile app companies to restaurants and juice bars, event companies, education companies in 6 different countries. And I'm very proud of my failure because to me, that's a way for me to serve people. I learned how to serve people by, excuse my language, I'm not going to say F up, by F up. Okay, I'm not going to, I don't know if there's any kids in there, I'm not going to swear. But by effing up a little bit, that's how we learn, right? So when it comes to really serving, when it comes to networking, I personally network for 2 reasons. So if today I get to meet you, I'll connect with you for 2 reasons. What could I learn from you? And how can I somehow help you? And that's my mindset. When you looked around the room before and you complimented other people, most people are not comfortable with that situation because we don't do that often. When I walk around this room, all I see is amazing, talented people. When I look at you, I see beautiful suits and beautiful eyes. I see nice ties, nice shirts, and I'd love to find a way to connect with you. We don't have time to connect with someone. I will only connect with someone who will actually look at me or walk up to me or is interested, somehow is open. If someone is standing like this on their phone the whole time, probably not going to walk up to them because they're busy somewhere else, they're preoccupied. Mentoring is something that we haven't really looked into enough. Mentoring is something we've been taught about in movies. Mentoring is, we've been taught in movies, Hollywood has taught us that if you're going to be connecting with people, you might as well connect with people to learn. You might as well connect with people to have guidance. Now, I guarantee you right now, you're all looking for help with something, right? Who's looking for help with anything in their life or business? Why are you not all raising your hands? Why only some of you? If you're not yet, thank you for waving. I appreciate that. You raised 2 hands as well. If you're not yet comfortable to ask for help, whether you're asking for help to meet someone, you're asking for help with, understanding your body better. I love my body. I understand what biohacking is. Living in Bali, I've been able to learn how to get younger. By passport, I am 42. But over the last 2 years, I focused on networking with people who understand my body better than me. By organs, I am 34. It's really cool to be able to get younger from the inside. So for me, mentoring is something I understood that I would never be able to do what I want to do in life. If there's someone in this room right now that could tell me they've achieved anything alone in their life, I'll give you $100 right now. Achieved anything alone in your life. Who wants to challenge me? Tell me you've achieved one thing alone in your life. Come on. Someone here has got a big ego. Come on. Come on. One thing you've done alone. He's smiling. He's thinking, what have I done? I put my pants on this morning. Yeah, you're also smiling. Hey, I made my own sandwich this morning. No one helped. Come on. One thing you've done alone in your life, please. Someone, yes. Sorry, what? What do you mean you bought crypto? So it wasn't your crypto. You didn't create it. You didn't create the wallet. You didn't teach yourself how to do it. You learned it from someone. You watched a video. Someone posted that video. There were so many people involved in transacting. Whenever you're transacting, it's never alone. So the only one thing you could truly do alone is die. Oh, you want to say something? What did you do it on yourself?
I woke up alone a couple of times.
I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's very, very sad. So again, someone tried that with me. The only thing we truly do alone in our lives is die. You don't wake up alone truly. You wake up to nature. You wake up to sounds. You wake up to a phone call. You wake up to a meeting. You wake up because there's other human beings in your life that you have accountability to. Somehow, we only die alone truly. And some people don't even die alone. My grandmother passed away 2 months ago, exactly 365 days after my grandfather. To me, that's not even dying alone. That's my grandfather said, hey, I gave you 1 year. Let's go. You got to meet me in exactly 365 days after my grandfather, my grandmother decided to go and meet him. To me, that even tells me that we don't die alone. And it's a happy moment. They had a date. He's like, listen, I waited for you 1 year. That's it. Let's go. Come in. And they were married for 75 years. So to me, this understanding that mentors are important, the question then becomes, who are your mentors right now? Are they alive? Are they dead? Are they introverts? Are they extroverts? Majority of these people behind me are introverts, just like me. Whether you believe it or not, I was born an introvert and I will always be an introvert. But I've learned a way to hack the way we are. I used to be extremely afraid of public speaking until 7 years ago when one of my mentors, Tony Robbins, said, well, if you like public speaking and if you want to do it, let's do it. And in the first year I chose to do it, I did 6 speeches. I threw up 2 times before the speech, okay, and I was very, very sick for those 6 speeches. The year after, I did 120 speeches to get it out of my system because I understood that I can add value. I understood that I have experience to share. I understood that I have a lot of energy. And even as an introvert, you could still find a way to manage your energy. You could still find a way to build relationships as long as you have the right mentors around you, people that you look up to, because I truly believe that I have not achieved anything alone in my life. And if you ever truly believe that, you will understand a very simple fact. Nothing you will do for the rest of your life, you will do alone. And at that stage, you will become a little bit more mindful and understand that everything you want to do in your life, you need another human being in front of you. Everything you want to do in the rest of your life, you need another human being, which means we start respecting people in a different way. We start connecting with people a little bit deeper, not shallow. And big cities, like I've lived in big cities in my life, Singapore, London, Moscow, Dubai, visiting, a lot of shallow blah, blah, blah talking. What do you do? Can you help me? That's the idea of networking in such big countries. And I love this place, so I chose to come here for 1 month. And this is like my 16th event. Why am I here? Because I believe in people very, very much. And I believe in people just like you, this man right here. Yeah, I believe in you, brother. And he's an amazing speaker. I believe that if we want to achieve anything in life, we need to do something very simple. We need to activate what's called networking manifestation blueprint to literally manifest the humans you want to actually meet. How many of you, here's a very simple question that my kids know. How many of you came here today with actually written down who you want to meet? 1 person, 2 people. What's wrong with you? Like you showed up at an event with, I don't know, 5,000 people, and you're thinking that the universe is going to make sure that you meet the right person for you by luck. It doesn't work that way. Literally, if you take 2 minutes today, I'm going to give you 2 minutes of my time at the end here for you to sit down on your phone, write down who do you want to meet. It truly works that way. Why does it work that way? Because if you decide for yourself, who do I need to meet? Not just I want to meet investors. I'd like to meet people, I'd like to meet a guy in his mid-30s, mid-40s, who's invested in similar companies to the company that I have, who can give me some advice on what I should structure my company like in order to attract people like him to my company. So it's not about I'm looking for a client. I'm looking for people who would appreciate what it is that we're doing and how we serve our customers. And once they hear how we serve our customers, they might choose to also become a customer. Networking manifestation is very, very simple. This is not just because Bali talk again. I've lived in big cities. I've done big business. I know what it means to hold $1 million in cash. Yeah, so I'm not here coming to you with a spiritual talk. I did wear a suit for you guys today and for a few other suits because most days I wear linen from top to bottom. And I don't wear shoes, almost ever. I live in Bali. I go to see kings with linen and flip-flops, literally. I go to see government officials that way. Why? Because I manifested them and they manifested me. So they're going to accept me the way I am. But for Dubai, a few of the local sheikhs said to me, please dress official whenever you're coming to big events. So I did for them out of respect for the culture, out of respect for you. So if we're looking at these, So if we're looking at these mentors around us and we're understanding that networking is a little bit more complex than we understand, which it is. Most people think networking is exchanging business cards. Unfortunately, this is not something we learn in school. Did anyone study networking in school here? No. If you Google networking, it shows you networking of computers. There's something wrong, yeah? Google human networking, and start studying this. There is no other subject more important than learning how to build relationships with other human beings. Unfortunately, they don't teach it in school, they don't teach it in university, unless you're going into like, government affairs, you're going into business development or sales. They teach you how to build relationships. But most other people, maybe like you did not ever, was given a class. How do you build relationships? How do you disconnect from people? Do you know how good it is to disconnect from people in your network? How good it feels to say, I don't want those people in my life anymore. Or you're talking to someone right back there, and after 5 minutes, you understand that this is a useless conversation. Maybe after 1 minute. If after 1 minute you think it's useless, it's not them, it's you. Just so you understand. If after 1 minute you think a conversation is useless, it is not them, it is you. You are an asshole. Sorry, yeah, I made you laugh. That was my point, that's it. The other guy's taking me seriously. No, you are. It means you're not patient enough to give a human being 3, 4, or 5 minutes of your time. If for some reason you are talking to this human being, I personally believe that spiritually, somehow you're meant to talk to them. Ask them another question. Ask them why they do what they do. Ask them what they're currently focused on. Ask them what goals they have before the end of the year. Ask them what did you dream about when you started this business? Ask them a question that would get them to open up their hearts. And if they choose not to, then you can walk away by saying, listen, it sounds like you're working on a really great project. Wish you all the best of luck. I'm going to go that way. That's it, and you leave them there. And that's okay. It's important to learn how to disconnect from people because networking is a gift. Being given all these people around you is the biggest gift, in my opinion, that I've ever received. Being given people, because I know that everything I want in life, I need to tell you what I want. Every single thing I want to achieve, I need to tell you. So I want to try something with you right now. Anybody interested in a little exercise? Yeah? So if you want a little exercise, you got to come closer. Come closer. Stand up, come closer, come closer, come closer. If you want. If you guys want an exercise, come closer. Why are you sitting there? VIP. Come on, come to the other side, really. Come. Come on, Anton, you too, come on. Let's go. Why are you standing up? Why are you sitting down? What's up? You're so busy. You're so important. If you're so important, leave, guys, with all due respect to you. Seriously. I'm not here for you guys. I'm here for that one person who's really listening because you need to hear this. One of you will completely change your life today because you need to. So I'm going to give you right now 5 minutes of my precious time to try to do something. 5 minutes, very, very simple. When I say go, I want you to try something that's quite new. I'm going to ask you to get in a small group, maybe 3, 4 people. Don't worry about it too much, but it shouldn't be 6, it shouldn't be 2. And don't sit next to your best friend because you've been walking with him the whole day. You're sitting next to him, you're talking to him all day. Split these guys up, So if you're sitting next to your girlfriend, boyfriend, friend, business partner, don't talk to them. Yeah, 3 to 4 people. Very, very simple. Hi, my name is Gil, and this is my goals before the end of the year. Very simple. Don't tell them what you do. Tell them what you wish to do before the end of the year. Very, very simple. Try that. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. When I say stop, your objective is to see if you can actually shut up and sit down. And I'm saying shut up for a very simple reason, out of respect as well. Because most people, when they start speaking about their present moment, they're transacting. When most people speak to new people, they talk about what they've done and what they've achieved. They're showing off. Most people who speak about the future can't stop talking because it's a magnet. If you speak about your future, this is a magnet. You'll see your energy levels going up. Keep your hands out of your pockets. Keep your hands off your phones. Keep your hands free because we speak with our bodies as well, which is why I hate having this microphone in my hand right now. Yeah, I wish I had a headset here so I can move my body and talk to you guys a little bit. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. You're going to give me a group of 3 or 4 people. If you get to speak to this gentleman, Anil, talk to him. Big man with a big heart. Literally, like always, that heart is right there. Yeah, people are waving at you already. You guys ready for this? You're going to have 5 minutes. Pick 3 or 4 people, not your best friend, not your wife, husband, anything like that. And just talk my name and what am I trying to achieve before the end of this year? Not in the next 3 years. Not I'm hoping to raise $1 million, $100 million if you haven't raised 10,000 ever. Be realistic. Tell them what it is that you truly want to achieve and see what happens. Now, because I'm giving you 5 minutes and there's going to be 3, 4 people, don't take 3 minutes to speak about yourself. Try to see, you can, if you want, you could do this. It's actually quite respectful. You could do this. You could take out your phone. You could put out 5 minutes, and you could do that. That's okay, because you'll know approximately, hey, I'm giving each person 1.5 minutes. That's kind of fair. You guys gonna try that? When I say stop, your objective is very simple. You sit back down. I want to show you a couple other really, really simple tricks on how you can make this event really useful and productive for you today. Is that cool? Is that cool? Thank you. Go. Don't sit down, my friend. Don't sit down. We're doing something special. Get this guy behind you. That's the past, huh? You got 3 minutes left. 3 minutes. Make sure everybody gets to speak. Put you back down somewhere so you can actually do things. Go talk to them. Go talk to them. You talk to me after. No, talk to me after. You got 1 minute left. 1 minute left. So how's 17 minutes? It means I have 30 minutes left. They said from 3 to 4. They said from, I understand, but they said from 3 to 4. Go double check. Okay, and we're gonna stop. Don't move where you are. Don't move where you are. Attention back right here, attention back right here. Let's see who gets to stop first. Okay, so question to you. Where's the microphone lady? All right, Margot. I need to ask you a very simple question because you're very simple people and very, very smart people. Now, it's up to you if you want to be simple or super smart right now. What happened right now in 5 minutes? Whoever gives me a right answer gets Tic Tacs. Very good for networking, but some of you, especially if you had coffee or cigarettes this morning. What just happened in 5 minutes? Come on, short answers. What happened? Come on, give her the microphone. What happened?
We became friends.
You became friends. Okay, good answer. More, go deeper. What happened? You, again.
He was applying exact thing that you were saying, where he was adding value about the conversation.
Adding value to the conversation. Okay, take the microphone back. Take the microphone. Yeah, that's your job. That's your job. More.
We are like more than friends. We're brothers and families.
More than brothers.
We go into for lunch and we'll discuss something.
I love that. Okay, that gentleman right there. Very good. Okay. Share the mints, by the way. Don't eat all of them. Share. Yeah.
Hello, I found someone who can sell my products.
You found someone that can sell your products in 5 minutes. It's pretty impressive. Wow. What else? Come on, ladies. What happened in 5 minutes?
We just built a great positive connection.
Here, take. What'd you do?
We built a great positive connection.
You built a great positive connection, says the beautiful lady in blue. Okay, I love that. What else? Come on, gentleman in the back. You want to speak? Now, you did something that was illegal. Why were you guys in a group of 5? I said group of 3 or 4, not 2 and not 5. Most of you are groups of 2, which means you wasted your time. I gave you a hack. Be in groups of 3 or 4. You're speaking about your goals. Why not have 3 or 4 people listening to you at the same time? You guys were in a group of 5, which means you diluted the opportunity for someone to speak enough about themselves or add value or actually connect. So it's like, quick, done. You guys want to share something? What happened in 5 minutes?
Okay,
Yeah, you see, you got to take your mask off to take the mint in. Yeah, exactly. What happened?
Yeah, actually, I think that I found a partner.
You found a partner?
Here.
Wow. Life partner or business partner? What are we talking about here?
Not life partner.
Okay, that's good.
We'll
It's a good
see.
start. Okay. Well, for me, finding partners or finding someone that could sell your client, this is for you, someone that could sell your product is too quick. I found someone that I want to talk to again. That should be your answer, ladies and gentlemen. I found someone that I resonated with, I connected with, I built rapport, I spoke about my future, which means I was excited. I didn't speak about what I do, which means I'm not looking to transact. I spoke about what I want to do, which means by actually telling someone what you want to do, you're actually asking for help. You're actually saying, well, I want to go there, but I've never gone there before. And that's your challenge. So grab a seat for a second. Grab a seat. The challenge is to be willing, to be vulnerable enough to say to someone, this is where I'd like to go, but I need you or maybe someone else to help me get there. So let me show you a couple other things that might be very useful for you. For me, when I connect with people, I'm always looking for potential. I'm always looking to see what is this person awesome in. How many people in this room have ever written down, these are my superpowers? Nice! How many people in this room ever tell other people what your superpowers are in the first 5 minutes of meeting them? Okay, we got some superhuman here. I love that. Try to do that. Easiest way to tell people what your superpowers is, ask them, what's your superpowers? Like, wow, I like your superpowers. I can also fly. Oh, wow, I can also climb walls. That's amazing. Superpowers are just telling someone, what am I amazing at, and potentially telling you how you can use me. My superpowers is building bridges between governments. My superpowers is merging ecosystems between some of the biggest communities in the world. My superpowers is scaling community. Give me any community that I like, I can scale it. I can connect with anyone, anywhere in the world, not because I want something from them, because I know within less than 30 seconds how I can add value to this person. And that's really important to consider. I don't think we have time for this little video. I do have a little video. How many of you guys want to watch a little video? You want to watch this video? Can we start that little video for them? How do we start that? No? Are you guys giving me a no? Yes? Start. You gotta like move your mouse and press play. If it works, it works. You have it Russian and English subtitles. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. No, it doesn't. Okay, don't worry about it. I'll send you the video. If any of you want to see this video, what are you doing? What are you doing, guys? Stop moving around. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool. You're confusing them. The video is really amazing, all about thinking long term. An amazing young man at the market came in to the market and stole something from a shop. And 30 years later, the men who helped him get the actual medicine for his mom ended up becoming sick. And the little kid who stole the medicine ended up being the one that was the actual doctor in the hospital. If you want to see that video, it's really, really impressive to me. It's all about finding potential in people. It's about seeing value in anyone that you see. I'm showing you this picture not because I have a private jet, but because I do believe in freedom. I'm showing you this freedom not because I have a beautiful family that I'm really, really proud of and they're currently sitting in Bali with that exact background, but I'm telling you that if you want something in life, I believe in putting it in a picture because a picture is 1,000 words. And I believe that if you identify 9 pictures in your life that you could talk about for a long time, this will help you build relationships with people. I could talk to you about food for a very long time. I'm a chef for many years. I love healthy food. I can prepare the most beautiful fruit platters ever. I could talk to you about nature and martial arts. Not that because I'm a martial arts expert. We do, by the way, have a 2-time world champion in karate right there. Highly recommend you speak to this man about their educational program. I am investing. You know I'm investing, yeah? And I'm showing you these books not because I'm smart, because I'm dyslexic. And I found out that reading a book is very difficult for me. So what do? I listen to an average of 20 books a week. And every year I try to go through an average of 1,000 books. And I don't have time to listen to the whole book. I listen to the book in 15 minutes. Blinkist. Who knows Blinkist? Amazing, huh? Who uses Blinkist? Yeah, half the room, exactly, yeah. All of you, oh yeah, we have Blinkist. We don't use it. Yeah, 20 books a week on average. It really, really helps to get me thinking, to get me talking to you. Because I was not very good in school. How many people finish university? Yeah, so I've walked into dozens of universities in my life. Not one have I ever walked in as a student, only as a visiting professor. Only. I failed out of 3 high schools, which is why I'm showing you these books, because I do believe in education. But I believe in education by networking. I believe in education by asking people why they do what they do, in order to connect a little bit deeper with them. How many of you know Tony Robbins? Nice, okay. So this guy was on my board before, on this little like visualization. He was there when in my 20s. He was there because he's a coach that helped me get out of financial debt. He's there because he helped me move out of the corporate world into the entrepreneur world. He's there because he helped me, without even knowing, make a decision that yes, I need to settle down and I need to ask her to marry me. Yeah, because that woman in front of me, I was a little bit afraid of getting married. How many people are married here? It wasn't easy, right? Like maybe, I don't know about you. It wasn't easy. Like, yeah, only one woman. Wow, woo, you know? It wasn't. This man was my dream. But I turned the dream into a service. Because when I wanted to go back to his event in 2013, I couldn't afford it. So what I did is I found a way to help him. How do you help Tony Robbins? You become a promoter for his event. If you ever want to show up for free to any event around the world, you can become a promoter or a speaker. That's how I'm here. I'm here today for free because I got a speaker badge. But some events, personal events, Jay Abraham, Eckhart Tolle, Tony Robbins, Keith Cunningham, Richard Branson, any of these amazing people who speak for a living. My objective was to show up as a promoter. 3 years later, I became the largest promoter for Tony Robbins in the world. I did that by understanding one thing. If I network with Tony Robbins, I'm able to build a relationship with his network. Building a relationship with his network would help my network. And that was the objective. It wasn't, let me become friends with Tony Robbins. Let me merge my community and his community. And by doing that, thousands of people became millionaires. Hundreds of people got married in the community because we connected them deeply. We allowed them to build relationships in a very, very beautiful way. And for me, it is dreams. Getting on a stage with Tony Robbins in front of 26,000 people, an event that my company organized, was absolutely awesome. And it was a dream come true. And for me, it really all comes down. We don't have time for this video. This is me at his home and him saying thank you to me and everything. For me, there you go. For me, one of the biggest things that he gave me, guys, you guys got to fix this clicker. There you go. One of the biggest things that he gave me was understanding how to ask people questions. Understanding why questions are important. Because if we ask really good quality questions, not just what do you do? What got you in this position today? Why are you raising money? It's really important. I'm speaking to so many companies here, and they're all telling me the exact same pitch. This is what we do. This is how much money we need. This is what kind of clients we want. Tell me what failures you've gone through in order to get to this stage today. That's interesting. Tell me what teams have gone through your company for you to end up with this team today. None of them are telling me about their teams. It's my third question always to any company in this room. Tell me about the best people in your team. That for me is interesting because the team is the immediate network. We have our families, we have our team, we have our friends, but then we have larger networks. If you need something called a networking audit blueprint, please send me a message anywhere on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on Instagram, wherever you want, and ask me for the networking audit. Like I created this for one company 4 years ago. Any of you guys know KPMG? So KPMG brought me into their Moscow and Singapore office and said, we got issues. We're losing tenders. We're losing millions of dollars every single month. Can you help us? Took me a month because they're a big company. It would take me like a couple of hours with any of you. It's very, very easy. A month to audit the company. Over the next few months, they started winning old tenders with zero additional investments. Why? Because there's a way to understand where relationships went wrong. Where one employee that you had just had a bad week because she just got a divorce. Where another employee you had a really bad month because their son or their daughter were sick in a hospital. So that tender was lost because that network was not managed. What's really interesting is when you start asking questions, you're starting to ask yourself questions that you could be asking others. Asking yourself how I can grow, also ask someone, what can I do to help you grow? It's a really fun question to ask someone. Asking someone, what could I give? What can I give? You can ask them, what could I give you? You can ask yourself, what could this person give me? That's okay to ask, to understand this person can give me energy, they can give me happiness, they can give me inspiration. I love being inspired by someone. Who needs extra inspiration? No, really, who needs extra inspiration in life? Raise your hand. Who needs extra inspiration? Give someone a high five next to you, come on. I need extra inspiration. That is inspiration. All of you keep on shaking people's hands. Give someone a high five. I know it's very American. I told you I am not American. I never learned English in school. You did. Not one day did I spend learning English in school. First language is Hebrew. I was born in Israel. Second language is French. I lived in Montreal in Canada. English I picked up at the age of 14. You know from where? I really liked this girl in school. And that's how I learned English. A lot of TV, a lot of talking to girls at the age of 14 as an introvert. I had to find a way to connect. So asking people good questions is not an easy thing because reporters tend to learn how to do that. One of the greatest ways that I learned how to ask people questions, you go on Google. Top 10 questions to ask people to build trust. Top 10 questions to ask your customers. Top 10 questions to ask investors. This is a good one for the ladies in the room. Men, listen carefully. Top 10 questions not to ask women. It's important. Read it tonight. Trust me. I've read this one multiple times. You'll mess up if you don't. So, no? I think it's because of you guys standing in front of, there you go. You see, no, it's still, move out of the way. The little pointer thing is not seeing it. Opa. Who here is curious? So if you're curious, you came closer, which is really cool. Thank you. So the audience got a little bit bigger. I love that. If you're curious, you're going to take the next 1 hour, not talking about yourself. That's a challenge. Don't talk about yourself. If someone asks you about you, stop. I've been talking about myself the whole day. Let me learn more about you. Stop. I talk too much about myself. Let me learn. What are you doing here? Tell me more about yourself. If you want to learn more about me, let me give you my card. Let's follow up next week. I'm happy to talk to you more about what we do. Try 1 hour challenge, 1 hour, it's easy, to see how curious you could be. Develop the ability to ask people more questions. Because we get stuck at 1 or 2 questions, and then we're looking for transaction. We get stuck at 2, 3 questions, and then we're looking to understand, is this a potential client for me today? But how can you be thinking of this as a potential client unless you came here prepared with something on your phone or on a piece of paper? This is who I need to meet. One of the greatest things you could tell people about yourself is who you want to meet today. That is the greatest things I love telling people. So where's my friend Evan? Evan is looking for an assistant. Evan, where are you? Evan is somewhere. He's looking for a business assistant. I'm looking for a PR manager here in Dubai. I'm looking for business development director online virtually. I tell people who I want to meet. I'm looking for awesome opportunities with some of these guys here who are looking to enter Russia, or looking to enter Indonesia, looking to enter China. Let me help them know who you're here to meet and tell other people. It's really, really cool. So I'm not going to jump into too much of this. How many of you are in masterminds? One of the greatest ways to open up your heart is to join a mastermind community. If you want, I'm not going to charge you any money, I promise. I don't take money from people unless they really want to give me their money. Scan this. Choose at least one mastermind for yourself. You could choose mastermind for women entrepreneurs. You could choose mastermind for CEOs. You could choose masterminds for people who are ex-bankers, now entrepreneurs. You could choose mastermind for a sheikh. Yeah, we have like 20-something sheikh. We have CEOs of sheikh offices. You could choose the mastermind just for Russians, because I know a lot of Russians. I used to live there. You could choose the mastermind for just Emiratis who are now setting up their first entrepreneurial venture. A mastermind is basically a group of people that want to serve each other. They're not transacting. They don't want to do business with each other. In my mastermind community, you are not allowed to do business in the first 1 month of you meeting someone. You're not allowed. You have to add value to them. You have to be on their board of advisors. You have to consult to them for free. You have to mentor them. You have to coach them. Do whatever you want to add value to them. See if you could do that. When I met my wife, well, girlfriend 11 years ago, she wouldn't kiss me for 3 months. 3 months, no kiss. That's dedication. Imagine stepping into a relationship with someone that's a potential client and not allowing them to become your client for a period of time. Now, I believe we should do that because we're just like nature. In nature, if you plant something in the ground, maybe not in the desert, but you need some nice, come to Bali, you plant anything, everything grows like crazy. You plant something. How many people have ever planted anything in their homes? Wow, you guys need to plant more in your life. So planting something is the most beautiful and nourishing, ability you have as a human being to see something grow because of you. Plant some mint in your house. It's easy. You don't need much. Plant some aloe vera in your house. Plant anything. You could buy something and give it water and put it next to the sun. That's it. You're taking care of something that will not give you return on investment right away. By planting something in my garden, my whole garden is massive, about the size of this whole area, and it's huge. My whole garden is edible. When COVID hit, I took everything that was beautiful and I put everything that you can eat. Do you know how special it feels to go into your garden and eat something straight from the garden? How many people said you have kids? You know how sometimes kids said yucky to something green? They're like, it's yucky. I've learned something, ladies and gentlemen. They're not saying yucky because it's green. They're saying yucky because it's dead. Look into that. Growing something, you're giving something life, and it's alive. Growing a plant, your kids will eat it if you allow them to. Growing a relationship is understanding that 1 + 1 is equal 3. The third is the relationship. How am I serving this relationship? What nourishment, what energy? Am I inviting them to an event? How many people invited a few friends to this event today? So I'm new in this country, but I invited like 50 people. Why not? Every single day in the last 2 weeks, I've been going to events. every single event that I go to, I invite other people. Why? Because I'm adding value. It's easy. And I've just met them. How cool is that? There's an event that we did here. So one of you guys are like in the way. There's an event that, yeah, we'll skip that one because of timing. Guys, go to the next slide for me. I think you might have to change the battery. So there's an event that we did here back in June. I showed up here in June for 2 weeks. I had 3 events. And the World Trade Center right here, I don't remember which hall, came to me and said, let's do a really cool event. Company called DXB. Really, really amazing. Let's do an event. We don't know how many people we're going to get. We want you as a speaker. We're going to pay for everything. Let's do something. I brought all these people together as strategic partnerships. No one made money off each other. Clients didn't pay. But within 48 hours, we had about 300 plus amazing people in a room together on a Sunday morning. And for me, that was cool. That was simple strategic partnerships coming together to add value. All of these organizations are organizations that I've had the luck and pleasure to work with, and they've all partnered up with another company in order to add value. There was no transactional money between them in order to partner up. But they wanted to add value to their customers. They wanted to add value to someone. So today, when you're out there networking, consider, if I didn't need any investments, and if I didn't need any clients right now, who can I meet that together we will be able to better serve our customers? The existing clients that you have, the existing network that you have, consider what could you do to serve them better. I'm going to rush through a few more things right here. Yeah, we already talked about that. Couple of more things that I wanted to show you. You're all energy magnets in this room? Who is? One guy raised his hand. Yes. You're a happy guy. What's your name? Bjorn. Guys, he's an energy magnet right here because he raised his hands very, very quickly. Networking priorities, very, very simple. Guys, next slide. This is not working. Next slide, next slide. So networking priorities is really sitting down for 2 minutes after I'm done and identifying who is it that you want to meet. Why are you here today? Write it down for yourself. If you write it down for yourself, you'll understand what to tell others. I'm here because I'm looking for business development opportunities. Tell people who you want to meet. You're here. There's so many amazing people. Don't transact. Share knowledge. Share what you've done in the past if you want to in a little bit. Tell them what you want to do in the future, but specifically focus on who you're hoping to meet. Because if you're talking to an awesome human being like this guy, Sardor, super connected person. This is a super connector right there, you know? Tell them who you want to meet. Because maybe you don't know who he does. If you ask him what he does, maybe it might sound boring to you. But you're not going to know that he's a ridiculous super connector who's a good student as well. You're a good student. You're a good student. Yeah, there you go. Smart. He's getting up. Make sure everybody sees you. I love that. Guys, take me to the next slide. And this is the last slide, really. It's never too late to follow up. Most people forget to follow up in life. Most people connect. How many people connected at an event last week and still haven't had time to connect with those people again? Be honest, it's okay, it happens. Humans are not good at following up. Why? Because a lot of us try to get to inbox 0. How many of you try to get to 0 in your inbox? Come on. I stopped 5 years ago, I stopped checking emails. It's great. If you look at my phone, I have over 100,000 unread emails. I outsource reading emails. I outsource inbox management. It's cheap. You can outsource inbox management. You want to learn how to do that? Come and talk to me. I've even outsourced working out at the gym. Anybody know how to do that? No, really? How do you do that? You outsource working out. I outsource working out at the gym. I have 3 different teachers showing up at my house 6 times a week at 8 o'clock in the morning. And if I'm not awake, they will knock on my bedroom door. Come on, Gil, we're outside, let's go. That's outsourcing working out at the gym. I don't like the gym, but I do like to keep the body in the best of shape possible because I like cakes. And you crazy people in Dubai, you eat so late. Why are you inviting me to dinners at 12 o'clock at night? What's wrong with you? The good thing is I don't drink any alcohol for the last 10 years, so that's a good way to keeping this. But still, you know, having all the shawarmas, and I don't have meat shawarma, I have the veggie shawarma. I don't eat meat for 10 years either. But having the pita and the hummus at 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, it's not good for this stuff. So guys, it's never too late to follow up. Officially, I am the only Gil Petersil on Google. So if you want to follow up with me, very easy, just put my name on Google. I'm the only Gil Petersil, as I said. If I could somehow connect with you, help you, serve you, come to your event and speak again, 50% of my time in life, I serve the world. I don't look for money unless you want to give me money. If you want to give me money, I will take it. I take Bitcoins, I take gold, I take any currency in the world, no problem. Rolex watches, no problem. I'll take those as well, even though I don't wear watches. It's a real pleasure serving you today. Thank you to the organizers for inviting me. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for your contribution to each other. Please, don't look for clients or investors. Look for new friends. Thank you.
Thank you, Gil. So before you all leave, just want to mention that we have Mark Yusko from Morgan